kayo? Welcome back to another episode of Rotary in Action Philippines. Muli, this is Past District Rotaract Representative Aya Nicole Corpus. Inaanyayahan po namin kayong i-like at i-follow ang aming social media pages. facebook.com/rotaryinaction.untv. At kung may na-miss kayong episode, bisitahin ang aming website www.untvweb.com. You may also send us a message at rotaryinaction.untv@gmail.com. Maaari po kayo mag-download ng UNTV app. Libre po ito sa Android and iOS devices. Bukod dyan, we are also inviting you to tune into Rotary in Action via Radyo La Verdad na naghahatid ng totoong balita at tunay na kalinga para sa kapwa. Sabado, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And to start the ball rolling, panoorin po natin ito.
Ang Group Study Exchange o GSE ng Rotary International ay isang programa kung saan binibigyan ng oportunidad ang isang tao na may edad 25 hanggang 40 na sumailalim sa Vocational Exchange Program upang mahasa pa ang kanilang mga kakayahan sa kani-kanilang larangan. Kaugnay nito, bumisita si Rotary Foundation Representative Dr. Madhav Borate sa Quezon City General Hospital para alamin ang lagay ng proyekto ng Rotary Club of Commonwealth sa naturang pagamutan.
This meeting is part of a visit to evaluate a project of which was funded by our organization to exchange a team of medical experts for training to Japan, and then a team of Japanese doctors came to this hospital to further train doctors in this hospital. There are various types of vocational team exchanges that are happening in various countries all over the world. It is not always with medical experts. It could be experts in water and sanitation. It could be experts in literacy. It could be experts in other fields like maternal and child health. So this is just one of the many different ways in which the Rotary Foundation tries to help communities around the world. The Rotary Foundation is the worldwide charitable wing of the Rotary organization, which is helping to improve the living of communities across the world and helping them through the medium of global grants to implement projects in various parts of the world where there is a need for improvement of water and sanitation, health, economic development, eradication of poverty, trying to help in resolving conflicts and bringing peace in communities. Disease prevention is a very important aspect of what we do, and I am happy to tell you that our organization has been very active in eradication of polio through our collaboration with the World Health Organization and the countries around the world where polio has been prevalent. We are now, as a result of sustained work for more than 30 years, at a point where polio is now prevalent in only 2 countries, that is Afghanistan and Pakistan. And we had only 11 cases in the last year.
Maliban sa pagsasanay sa mga doktor ng Quezon City Medical Hospital, ay nag-donate din ang club ng isang laparoscopic machine bilang pagsuporta sa pagsasaayos ng pasilidad ng ospital.
The Quezon City Hospital was chosen by the Rotary Club of Commonwealth of the Quezon City, which decided that they would want to do something. And one of the things they saw was the need for the Quezon City Hospital doctors to get more training in laparoscopic surgery. And they also realized that this could happen if they collaborated with another club in Japan. And that is how this exchange came about.
Gusto ko kasi ng Rotary Club International merong continuity and sustainability. So they are here to check on our accomplishments. So they are happy actually kasi it has been increasing. We have presented to them na ang mga tao nga po dito sa Quezon City ay maalam na ng tungkol sa laparoscopic surgeries.
Tumaas naman ang bilang ng mga pasyenteng sumasailalim sa minimally invasive surgery sa nakalipas na 2 taon pagkatapos na maibigay ang laparoscopic machine sa kanila ng Rotary Club of Commonwealth sa pamamagitan ng Global Grant Program ng Rotary International.
Kung ititrace back natin yung mga data ng mga naoperahan dito sa QCGH, lumalabas kasi na before 2014, konti-konti lang ang laparoscopic surgery. And pagdating naman sa mga pasyenteng cervix patient na tinatawag namin, yung mga pasyenteng wala talaga, no? PhilHealth lang mga meron sila. Sila, mga up to 30 cases lang kami back in 2014. Ngayon, marami na kaming kasong ginagawa. Umaabot na ng 100 cases for the service. So, in total, mga nag-average na ng almost 200 cases ang Quezon City General Hospital pagdating sa laparoscopic surgery. Comparing it to other institution katulad ng mga St. Luke's o yung mga malalaking hospital, medyo naghahabol pa tayo. Kasi sila talagang umaabot ng 800 cases, ganun. Oo. So imagine mo yung potential nito sa mga pasyente nating yung less fortunate.
So it boosted our patients. Basically, there has been an improving services in terms of laparoscopy, and our Department of Surgery has been known for this kasi nga po nag-train din po kami sa Japan, sa Nagoya University Hospital. We had an exchange of expertise. Nagpunta po dito ang mga consultants from the University of Nagoya. And then kami rin po, after na sila ay makarating dito as an exchange program, nagpunta rin po kami doon to observe what they have been doing in terms of laparoscopic surgeries. Because of the machine that they gave us, dumami po ang aming cases. Kasi dati kung isa lang po ang machine namin, so sa isang araw, limited lang ang magagawa. Ngayon na 2 na sila, pwede po silang simultaneous na gagamitin. So dumadami po ang ating census. The same time na nabalitaan na po ng ating mga kalapit na countries, just like recently ang Spanish government po sa University of Zaragoza went here for a surgical mission, and they were impressed that we have these machines. So, sila mismo po, sila na po ang nag-pioneer at nagsabi po sa amin that they will be going here regularly to conduct surgical missions.
Nagpapasalamat naman ang pamunuan ng Quezon City General Hospital dahil sa tulong ng Rotary International sa kanila.
We would like to thank in behalf of the Quezon City government and headed by our Mayor Herbert Bautista, and of course the Quezon City government officials, the executive and the legislative, and the Quezon City General Hospital management. Gusto po naming magpasalamat ng taos-puso sa inyo pong mga tulong sa amin, at dahil po dito marami po tayong constituents sa Quezon City na natutulungan.
Congratulations to the Rotary Club of Commonwealth and of course, to the management and staff of the Quezon City General Hospital. Stay there mga kasangbahay, magbabalik ang Rotary in Action Philippines. We are happy people serving people. And we're back. The Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, also known as RYLA, gives your clubs opportunity to develop young leaders while inspiring them to connect, exchange ideas, and take actions in their school and communities. This time, panoorin naman natin ang highlights ng RYLA ng District 3830.
Ang Rotary Youth Leadership Award, or RYLA, is a leadership development program that is organized at the club, district, or multi-district level. Kaugnay nito, pinangunahan ng Rotary Club of Muntinlupa North ang District 3830 Rotary Youth Leadership Awards 2018.
Actually, ang target po namin dito sa mga newcomers is from 70 to 80 delegates. Pero sa ngayon, ang recorded po namin na attendees ay nasa 112. Sumobra na po kami, kaya nga natutuwa kami dahil nga naging maayos naman ang dating ng mga bata rito. They came here safe.
This year, the theme for Ryla is Lead to Inspire, Be the Hero. That means that at the end of the workshop, this is a 2-day seminar workshop, we are expecting that the participants will be able to bring home all the learnings, and in their own capacity, they will consider themselves as hero.
Tema sa taong ito ang Inspire, Be the Hero. Isa sa mga speakers, sina Governor Al Motesillo at Kirk Damasco.
I only gave them some tips and tools on what they can do, easy tools, practical tools on how to become an effective leader. Because you can be a leader in any situation.
So bali yung i-discuss po ko po today is about effective communication po na makakatulong sa pagiging effective bilang isang leader.
Kasama din sa highlights ng kanilang training ang iba't ibang workshops and seminars.
Meron kaming speaker na tungkol na malagpasan yung mga depression. At meron din kaming speaker tungkol sa sakit na AIDS. Matuturuan sila kung ano yung dapat nilang iwasan sa buhay nila. Kaya kami nagdagano nito ng Leadership Award para maging malinis ang pamumuhay nila.
Isa si August Lodronio sa mga participants ng Ryla.
Ang saya nung experience because it's not a typical event, it is not a typical conference or whatsoever. Because sa kada session na ginagawa namin, may baon, may uuwi ka at the end of the day. And this experience, it will be on me hanggang sa pagtanda ko, hanggang sa magkaroon ako ng family or whatsoever. I will share my experience not only with my family but the generation to come.
Nagbahagi din ng kanyang inspiring message si District Rotaract Representative John Kevin Minerables para sa lahat ng dumalo sa kanilang event.
I'm encouraging everyone, the future leaders of the Philippines, na mag-join sa mga organizations such as Rotaract and mag-join kayo dito sa aming Ryla. Yan, marami kayong matututunan. Sabi nga namin, Ryla is life-changing, and after neto, lalabas kayo to become a better person, a better version of yourself.
Thank you, Rotary Club of Muntinlupa North, for inviting us on your event. To our viewers, if you want to learn more about Ryla, you may contact your local Rotary clubs. You may also follow Ryla on Facebook to learn more about inspirational events happening around the world.
Good day, fellow Rotarians and friends of Rotary. Today we shall have our Governor's Corner, and how privileged we are that for today's edition we have none other than the most prestigious, the 4th Filipino RI Director, none other than Director Paeng Hechanova. Director Paeng, good evening and welcome to Rotary in Action.
Thank you.
Well, last October 24th, we celebrated the World Polio Day, and this is across the globe. And so we thought it proper to arrange a sit-down conversation with you to know more about your involvement in the Rotary Foundation, in particular the polio, which, as the audience and we know, started here in the Philippines. If you recall, why did you join Rotary? It might interest the audience to know what was it that propelled you to join the Rotary?
Well, there are many reasons why people join Rotary clubs. I can cite you quite a number of them, but what happened to me in joining a club was really by accident. I was a practicing architect at that time, and I went to the showroom of Amon Trading, which featured construction materials. And in that showroom, I met my good friend Roberto Montinola, who was one of the owners of that store. He told me, "Why don't you join our Rotary Club, which we have just recently organized. And I told him, what is Rotary? And he said, I cannot explain that to you. He says, you better come next Tuesday at the Plaza Restaurant and you can see how the club operates. So after about 2 or 3 weeks, on a Tuesday, I went to that restaurant and he introduced me to some of the charter presidents of the Rotary Club of Makati. And I tell you, I was very much impressed because I recognized most of them as prominent people in the community. And so, as a budding architect, I said, perhaps this is the best time for me, the best place for me to join a club. So that is how I joined the Rotary Club of Makati in 1967.
Was this the first time that you joined a civic organization?
Yes, it was.
Were you interested before in the concept of people joining together to do service to communities?
No, you know, as I said, while there are many reasons why people join the Rotary Club, there is no such thing as an instant Rotarian. I don't think there's any time when people join Rotary because of service. You know, as you become a Rotarian, as long as you join the members and doing good in the world, you start to realize that there are better things to do than just do things for yourself. Now you start thinking of doing things for others, you know. So that is what Rotary service is, love for others.
As you joined Rotary, will you be able to trace your industry in the organization? Did you enjoy it? Well, you said you did the first time, but afterwards, did you continue to enjoy Rotary? Which part of it was interesting to you?
This is something very noble because when I joined the Rotary Club of Makati, all the important committees were already filled up by the members. So they assigned me to a committee that nobody wanted, which was the four-way test committee. I started to learn what the four-way test committee was. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? So it sort of thought in me that is really something that many people should practice, you know. So I found ways of showing the four-way test in elevators, in the counters of at the airport, and counters of the hotels, you know, and all that. And they thought it was a good job that I did. That they, from just being a member, they made me into the committee chairman the following year. And after being chairman the following year of the four-way test committee, they made me a member of the board, taking charge of the second, which is the avenue of the second avenue of service, which is vocational. Yes, and then of course, after that, after an executive of Ayala Corporation, who was a member in our club, said, next year when Paeng finishes his directorship in Manila Golf, let's make him the president. So I went inside the club in a club meeting one day, and they told me, you are now the president-elect.
So that came as a surprise to you?
Yes, it did. It was really a surprise.
How you became the district governor?
Again, that's another story because there came a time when the district said that the next governor should come from our club, from the Rotary Club of Makati. So among the members, they pointed out 2 or 3 candidates, and I was one of those that was mentioned as being a candidate for the governorship. But we have a fellow by the name of Beteng Punsalan, who was older than I was, and said, "Paing, why don't you give way to me? I am much older than you, and I can do much for the district." You know, he says. So I said, okay. So the club appointed him as the candidate for our district, and he won in the election. And after winning the election, he was so enthusiastic about his responsibility that he started going to the other parts of the district, because at that time the district of 3820 comprised 1/2 of Luzon. So he had to go to Bicol, he had to go to Palawan, he had to go to many places because to show himself and talk to the club presidents, so that the district will be effective in serving the people. So unfortunately, however, when he was in Legazpi one day, he had a heart attack, and he was ferried by air to Manila and brought to the hospital. But after 1 week, unfortunately, he passed away. So the district, the International Assembly was fast approaching, and the district had no governor. And so the district governor at the time was Felix Limcauco, who was a former member of our Rotary Club of Makati, but then had transferred to Calamba because his business was in Calamba. And he suggested that I take the place of Mr. Punsalan. But I said, there is somebody who is more qualified than I am. He's from the Rotary Club of Pasay, and his name was Romeo Gonzalez. He can do much better than I can. So they talked to Romy Gonzalez, but he had other responsibilities, and he did not want to accept being the governor of Rotary. And so, in fact, they pressured him into accepting, but he resigned just so that they cannot anymore pressure him. He resigned from being a member of the Club of Pasay. And that's when I talked to my associates, and I told them about the coming responsibility that has been bestowed on me. And after 1 week, they accepted, and they accepted me to accept the responsibility. And so that's when I became the governor of District 3820.
Now, the last step on being a director.
Once you become a district governor, there are institutes that you have to attend. Institutes are meetings where Rotary is discussed, you know. It is a way also of making friends, you know. And so during the years after I became a president of the club, I would attend the institutes, you know, what they call the Asia Zone 4 Institutes. Now, the Zone 4 Institutes comprises the Rotarian leaders of Rotary from all over Asia, from Korea to Taiwan, to Hong Kong, to the Philippines, to Indonesia, to Singapore, to Bangladesh, to Thailand, you know, and all that. And so one day, a Rotarian friend from the Philippines went to my office and told me that he is now a member of the nominating committee for director for our zone 4. This was Eddie Chua CK, past district governor Eddie Chua CK, and after thinking about it for a week, I told him, okay, Eddie, I am willing to serve if I am chosen. So the nominating committee met in Manila. There were seven members of the nominating committee. Three from the Philippines, 2 from Korea, 1 from Thailand, and 1 from Bangladesh. That's total of 7. And after meeting for about several hours, I was able to get 6 votes out of the 7, and that entitled me to be the nominee. At that time, they had asked me to stay in the Philippines, but I was not here because I said we had submitted our data. I have to visit my daughter in Canada. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, Canada time, I received a call from the chairman of the nominating committee telling me that I had been nominated as the director for Zone 4.
Okay, now to the polio, which I know is of interest to you, something that is close to your heart, and you had a direct involvement in the end of World Polio. Perhaps you can tell us the history of your participation in this eradication of this endemic disease.
Polio, the eradication of polio would probably be the greatest gift to the world by Rotary International. And it started here in Makati in 1979. And how it came about was a confluence of events that happened abroad. And it just so happened that at that particular time, in 1977, everyone in America was concerned about children's diseases. Now, the confluence of events at that time was the world was concerned about children's diseases. There came a time when the president of Rotary at that time, Jack Davis, was chosen, and he was a man from Bermuda. Now, Bermuda is an island in the Atlantic, and so when it was his turn to serve and to come out with what will be his president's theme, he looked around the island and all he saw was water, you know. He had to think, I have to think of the world. And you know that it turned out that before that, all the themes of the presidents of Rotary had nothing to do with the world. All the themes of the previous presidents all had something to do with Rotary as an organization. Just you be active, you do it, you do this, you do that, you know, all about activation in Rotary. In the following day, when he had a board meeting, he invited people in to talk to the board about children's diseases and what they could do as part of the celebration of Rotary 1980, which was the 75th anniversary. And one of these people that was there was a fellow who had a peace gun, who could immunize people, 1,000 persons in 1 hour, which was needed for children's diseases. That matter was received very well by the next president, Clem Renouf of Australia, who was present in that meeting. And so that same evening, President-elect Clem Renouf talked about a unique program for Rotary that will involve children's diseases, and at the same time a way to celebrate also the 75th anniversary of Rotary. The convention in 1979 was going to be held in Rome. So in Rome, all of us incoming district governors were called to a hotel, and we were told about the 3H program, the Health, Hunger, and Humanity program. And also, the incoming president of Rotary, James Bomar of America, then announced that he was going to Manila at the end of September to launch the 3H program and to start a pilot project that has been approved by the WHO of polio immunization. That's the reason why he came. And so we prepared for that. That was the first time I knew about his coming, so we prepared for his coming. And at 4 o'clock in the afternoon of September 30, we brought President Bomar there. And so the MOU was signed by Secretary of Health Enrique Garcia and witnessed by Matt Caparaz, Benny Santos, Dr. Elpidio Valencia, and then the governor from Northern Luzon and myself. It was witnessed by us. And then came the launching. That was the work of that PR guy from Evanston, you know. So he arranged it. They took a picture of President Bomar giving the oral polio vaccine to a child. And at the same time, when that was given, that picture was beamed all over the world by PR guy. And at the same time, there was a little boy that said, "That was my sister. Thank you, Rotary." And you know, that was heard by Rotarians all over the world. The 3H program was accepted by Rotarians.
And congratulations to you, sir, that you were part of that big celebration. We would like to thank you once again. But before that, we say that October 24 was World Polio Day. And this month, the Rotary Foundation month, and that's why we're having you as our man of the hour. Thank you very much for taking your precious time to be with us for this short interview. We shall keep this. Because as I said over and over, you are part of Rotary's history, you are part of world history. Director Paing Hitchanova.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it for our Man of the Hour. Thank you very much, fellow Rotarians and friends of Rotary. And please stay tuned. There's more to follow.
There you go mga kasangbahay. Samahan niyo po ako muli sa susunod na Sabado dito sa Rotary In Action Philippines. This is Past District Rotaract Representative Aya Nicole Corpus. We are happy people serving people.